Season 4 of Chefs, Deliciousness, and Cocktails starts right now. Woo! And here we are back in for an edition of Treys Showdown Live, Season 4, Episode 3. Jay's in the house with Diana. How are y'all doing?
Doing
Good. Drove in from Abilene.
Yes, sir.
Jay's Barbecue Shack in Abilene.
That's it.
If Jay's cooking it, I'm eating it. I do love that slogan.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We're gonna get back with Jay and Diana in a minute, but we're gonna go through a few things we got first on the books. We got Taco Landa in about a month. And if you haven't joined the Taco Landa craze, it's in Dallas, and it's the biggest taco event every year in Dallas. We didn't have it every year in North Texas. Actually, we didn't have it last year because of COVID or the year before. But they're bringing it back this year. You just go to Taco Landa, Google Taco Landa. It's on the Energy Square. And if you buy the tickets and use discount code Trey, you save 20%. Yes. That's pretty good, right?
Everybody loves tacos.
Especially it's expensive because I mean they have a lot of fantastic tacos and drink stuff. And you buy one ticket and you get it all.
Yeah.
So I think 20% saves you quite a bit of money on that ticket.
Sure.
Yeah. So do that. Taco Landa, code Trey, Trey, not TRA. New restaurants. We have a bunch of new restaurants that have opened up, and we're going to be. I want y'all to look at Trey's Chowdown. The next couple of weeks, we're going to be putting the different restaurants all week long on the Chowdown on all our social medias. You can check out the new restaurants we have opened up. We've had like 13 open up.
Wow.
In the last couple months.
Everything's
it's crazy.
Back going.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, what's funny is that I knew it was going to happen. A lot of the restaurants that had to close, some of them just walked out and left, and people have done very few changes and walked into them.
Yep.
You know, so
Yep.
it's sad. It's sad for some, good for others, you know.
It's good that places are opening up again.
That's right. That's the most important thing. You're exactly right. Then this is a great event. October 28th and 29th, you have Whiskey of the World's event in Dallas, and it is fantastic. They are whiskeys from the distillers are coming from all over the world, and you can have samples of everything. One price gets you samples of everything. Yeah, it's awesome. Again, discount code Trey, save 20%. I'm here to help. So check that out. Whiskey of the World's event in October 29th. You can Google it or just go to whiskeyoftheworlds.com and you will see it. On my Facebook this morning at 9 o'clock on the Facebook platform, we posted an article from Fox out of Tampa. Bacon prices have doubled.
They have,
yeah. So I got an article on there about the bacon prices and want everybody to be aware. It's just like beef, pork. Last week it's beef, this week it's pork. It's a commodity-driven item, and I hate it. Especially because the people who need to get the money don't get the money.
Right. Yep. The ranchers and the
restaurant.
Yeah.
Y'all have to change prices and stuff, but it doesn't increase your profits any. So lots of times it decreases your profits.
Right. We got tape all over our menu because of that.
Oh, I noticed that when I was out there. Is that what that was from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Changing prices all the time.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You can't take a bath.
No, that's right.
You won't be there tomorrow.
No.
All right, and then we have the World Food Championships. They're coming to Texas. You can Google World Food Championships because they have different links. But we're judging this weekend. We're judging Saturday and Sunday. We're judging some of the main dishes for some of the top chefs that are going to be the qualifiers for the food championships, and we're excited about that. And I appreciate the food championships for having us come over to do that. West Fort Worth Lifestyle Magazine. We had a new article come out this week. It's for the whole month of October. It's a foodie issue, and it's all about creative pitmasters, chefs, and dishes in Fort Worth. Check it out, West Fort Worth Lifestyle Magazine, or just go to my Facebook or personal page, and it's on there. Now that we're done with the business part, we're going to get down to the barbecue part.
My favorite.
That's right. I would hope so. So Jay's Barbecue Shack in Abilene. I'd been asked. I just met you a few months ago, but I've been asked to go out there, and I just, you know how you're busy and you travel all over the state.
Oh, yeah.
And even though I used to live in Abilene, we used to own some Dairy Queens in Abilene. I just didn't get back, but when I did, I'm very happy I did.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here now.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yep.
I tried to hide when I went out there, put my baseball cap down. You saw me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was fun though. So where are y'all from originally?
We're both from Abilene.
You're both from Abilene.
Born and
And
born
y'all
and raised.
and y'all were telling me before the show, which I didn't know, y'all met in high school.
I was a junior in high school.
You were
He was just
junior
a
high
little
school.
bit older.
Okay.
It was more like a sophomore.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So, and like I told you, you've been married 23 years.
We've been married in January. It'll be 23 years.
And you've been together 26 or
27.
27.
Yeah.
That's eternity in today's
I know.
lifetime.
Forever.
Isn't
good,
that
though.
crazy?
I know.
Nowadays, 10 years is a long time.
It is.
That's right.
I guess neither one of you going anywhere if you've been together that long.
We get asked all the time, how do you work together 24/7 and known each other that long? And it's like, we just really like each other.
That is a big, that's
a lot of respect for each other.
You know what? That's the key.
Yeah.
Because nowadays people marry for a lot of reasons, and that's generally not one of them. You know, so
it's not just love; it's just we really like each other.
you have to like to like the person you're with.
That's right.
You know, Jen and I go. It seems like it's been 20 years now. It hasn't been now. I think it's been 5. But we go everywhere together, do everything together.
Yeah. Right.
And I think it's just you have to be able to have respect for each other and be around each other. A lot of people can't even be around each other. That's what the deal. That's what happened. Divorce rate went up 125% after the pandemic because people couldn't stand to be with each other.
Yeah.
Everybody's cooped up. And
That'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
it would.
There's also a few murders during the pandemic.
That's right.
Okay, so how'd you get involved in barbecue?
I always liked to eat it, you know. And then when we moved to Austin, I got into Jeeps, and they always broke down. So I bought a welder and thought, well, it'd be nice to use the equipment for something other than a Jeep. So I had a bunch of spare parts and started building barbecue pits, and eventually started selling them to friends, and then we actually started shipping them places. And I'd do all the different styles, reverse flow, you know, offset, vertical, and I'd try them all out to see what I liked and how I could sell them.
Right.
And then eventually it turned into the food was more fun than the welding. So
Well, so is that why when I came out there and I noticed all the different kinds of pits out there, did you build all those? The ones
yep,
at your
all of
place?
them. I always have. Yep.
Okay, that's when I initially saw that because I was walking by. I saw all the different pits.
Yeah, that's my junkyard.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like a junkyard.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like a delicious yard,
Yeah.
or a yard to create deliciousness.
Yeah,
That's what we always tell everybody. He's never bought a pit. Everything that he's cooks on,
He made himself.
makes.
Yep.
So what you said you got? How do you make the leap from Jeeps to welding barbecue pits to cooking barbecue?
Probably sitting on the couch one day and stomach started growling and said, man, I got to do something about this.
If you have Jeeps and you're welding barbecue pits, I don't think you're sitting on the couch very much.
No, that's right. That's right. No,
And our neighbors and friends loved it.
I had an interest in it. I mean,
They were
I
a lot
like
of
creating new
guinea
things,
pigs.
be it new recipes or barbecue
Yeah.
pits or, you know, anything really.
So you start. What was your first pit you built?
It was pretty bad. It was the skid plate off of a Jeep with some kind of diamond plate metal top.
Are
and a
you
little-
serious?
Yeah, it
a
was.
skid plate off a Jeep?
Yeah, that was the bottom of it.
Do you still have it?
No.
Why?
I think I sold it to a neighbor. It's probably still somewhere. That thing was,
And we
it
were
was
like
heavy.
22, 23 years
Hey,
old.
but
We
you
needed
should
the
have
money.
kept that. See that
Yeah.
thing.
He
That
should
thing.
There's probably a beer involved in that.
Yeah, that's funny. Hope my bear watch this. That's funny.
It worked though. I mean,
So it's the Carolinas, the one that cranks up and down, right? The Carolina, what's it?
Santa Maria.
Santa Maria.
Yep.
Now I've seen them cook. They've cooked on that a lot, and I've seen that in California, other parts of the
Right.
country. What it versus that? That's a whole different kind of cook. But what is your favorite pit that you use on a daily basis? Offset.
probably an offset. I've got a vertical smoker that I really like. It's just not the easiest to use right now. I'll probably modify it, but right now offset for sure.
So is offset is it easier to use or does it give you a better cook?
Better.
Even look cook.
Yeah, both.
Both.
Once you learn how to use one, it's unless the weather's off, it's
Yeah.
pretty simple.
See, I don't think people understand how much the weather affects.
It does.
How much it's like we were talking about earlier when you were here. And I think we talked about Dave when I was out at your restaurant. Everything that you do, heat, cold, weather, everything affects the way barbecue's cooked.
It really does.
And I don't think people may know it now more than ever because of Food Network cooking channel.
Right.
But people just go out for the end result, which is delicious, the barbecue, right?
Yep.
They don't realize all the steps it takes to get there.
And honestly, consistency with all the factors with weather and wind and rain and it's not always the easiest, but we try to be as consistent as we can.
And you're out there in Abilene, and it's quite a bit of variation there.
It is, yep.
For sure.
I guess you just learned that. You just learned that by trial and error.
That's right. That's the only way.
Jumping in the fire.
Yeah,
He's self-taught.
I've never never been handed anything barbecue wise. We just had to figure it out. So,
but you know what? I think that makes it better because for me, I have to watch and do it myself. I can't read a book.
Right.
I have to actually do it.
Yeah.
Like that's why I was horrible in school because it just didn't translate. I have ADD and OCD. So, but if I do it myself once or watch somebody do it and then do it a couple times, and then I get it.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
once you got it, you got to hang on to it.
That's right.
And keep practicing.
Did you do it? Did y'all do any commercial? Did y'all do any commercial barbecue cooking in Austin, or was it all just personal?
We did cook-offs mostly
Just
for
cook
fun.
off.
And
we didn't
fun.
we didn't have a business there. He worked actually at Dell, and I worked at Dell Financial.
Yep.
And then he did that just
Oh.
kind of on the side.
Yeah, that was just a little side hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dell's big there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real
It was
big.
big.
I like to watch now because used to they didn't show them, but nowadays I guess they may pay for it. But you now on all these cop shows, whatever, you can see the different computer logos and
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
screens, you know.
Yeah.
And they're either paying. They don't get that stuff for free
No.
anymore,
Yeah.
so they're paying for that. But a lot of the times it's Dell.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 They're a big company for sure.
So computers, Jeeps, barbecue computers.
Oil field.
Yeah,
I gotta throw that in there.
wait.
That's what brought us back to Abilene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So wait, but you left Dell to go to the oil field?
Dell was the department I was in was gonna outsource to somewhere else.
India or somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was they gave us 2 years notice. They were good about it. And so
Wow, that's a long time.
It is. It is.
That's unusual.
They saw it coming, and so I had 2 years to figure it out, and I really wasn't figuring it out too well. And my dad's got an oil company in Abilene, and
Right.
he wanted to expand his company into kind of the technical side with the wireline, and he asked if I'd like to run that little division, and so I jumped on it.
That's
And-
awesome.
And yeah, we did that for several years, and grew that part of the business, and then it kind of got tough. The old price dropped like it
Yeah,
does, and,
yeah.
and it got tough, and
We were sitting around and decided he smokes all the time. And it wasn't just a backyard cooking to me. I sat there and said, he's got something here. Like, this is
Yeah.
a product. So we decided, let's just start to kind of on the side, because where we used to live, we had a big shop, and
Right.
Jay built a commercial kitchen in there. So we just
Oh,
started
okay.
delivering.
yep.
And so he would still go to work, and then he would come home during lunch because he'd smoke everything all night. And it was health mandate, everything by the state. We had it because we lived
Yeah.
outside of Abilene, and then started just delivering, put it out there, and people would come. One of my best friends in the world jumped in and helped deliver. My parents came in and helped delivered, and he would come and slice all the meats, make all the plates, and go back to work.
So how they talk about barbecue, it's so funny because see, like I could go to your restaurant probably 10 times and you would never have time to sit down and tell me these stories, right?
Right.
But literally in most cases, I don't care if it's you or anybody else that's sitting in that chair over there, there's two things involved, family and passion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
Oh,
it
for
takes
sure.
more than one person. You can't have a Texas barbecue or Texas crab barbecue operation and not have a lot of help because
That's
it's
right.
just so detailed with everything that you do.
Yep.
And that's why I like highlighting because I don't think the average person sees how much detail
Right.
and how much hard work it is.
They just see, like I said, the end result.
The end result. But that's what they want.
Right.
I mean, but I think that because of Food Network and Barbecue Brawl, Cooking Channel,
Yeah.
all these things that happen on Google and everywhere else in the world, even all the new media now have now gotten into Texas barbecue.
Oh yeah.
I think people are learning a lot more,
Yeah.
and I think they have a lot more respect because I know for a fact if you go to a barbecue joint, a regular barbecue joint like yours or Dane's or wherever, people will wait for food.
Oh, yeah.
But you go to McDonald's, someplace like that, they get irate if they get,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah.
I think they understand the process and are respecting it a lot more,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons that I started this. I wanted to try to help make a difference in the restaurant, the culinary, and the pitmaster world because I think people need to see the other side of the restaurant business.
Yeah.
In general, as a
For
whole,
sure.
you
Right.
know, and I think that things that y'all need to be highlighted. And not only that, not only do you barbecue, y'all do a ton of sides.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Were y'all doing the sides too when you were doing that?
So whenever
out of
we
the
did
kitchen?
that, we did out of the kitchen. I did pretty much all the sides. He's always done the beans.
Yeah.
It's kind of, but
Yeah.
the mac, potato salad, I mean, I did that for probably 2 years. Just all the sides, and then we did that. And then, because after we did, I guess a few months we delivered, and then he decided, let's just do a food truck and just run it on the weekends. So he built the food truck.
Well, I
Bought the
actually
food.
built it for her and her dad.
Yeah, he said, you
I
and your
thought they
dad
could
can
take
do
it out.
sell some sandwiches on the side.
Wait, you built a food truck with your trusty welder?
I did, yeah.
Are you serious?
Bought a flatbed trailer. And
This is you're a reality show in the making, Jay.
And he's not he was like, I'm not a carpenter, but he had to do wood, and it turned out so good. It was so fun.
it was
Wait! You did wood? What do you mean you did wood?
Well, instead of using metal,
it was like a shed on a trailer. Yeah.
if it rained, we were in trouble.
Yeah, we took it out of town one time, about 20 miles to Merkel, and it was the scariest I've ever been in my life. I thought it was gonna blow away.
Wait, was it self-driving or did you pull it?
No, we pulled
We
it.
pulled it.
You thought it was gonna blow off the trailer?
And
Yeah,
it
oh,
was really like 60 foot. So it was how big? 60 feet?
Oh, the inside was 60 square foot.
So it was 3 of us in there.
Yeah,
My
just
friend
elbow
Sherry,
to elbow.
Jay and I, and this little. I don't know how we did it.
But
for
see,
like 2 years.
this is all makings of what you have now.
Oh yeah.
And this is all
fun.
you did, and this is what's going to be funny is basically you did all of that chronological
Right.
in the chronological time frame to get to where you are now.
Yep.
You didn't just get, you just didn't when you just didn't pull up and buy that. What was it, an old beauty salon?
It was, yeah.
You just didn't pull up and buy a beauty salon and throw a smoke right there and say, I'm going to get in the barbecue business.
No, we take it
we
real
take it-
slow.
But see, I didn't know the chronological fact, and this is why I love having people with passion sit in those chairs because it's just cool to learn.
Yep.
So where's that old shack now? Did you sell that too?
No, it was parked at the lot for, I guess, a year, and the weather got it.
Well,
I
we
kept
used
it
to,
indoors.
where we lived, we had it indoors in that because it was a 2,000 square foot shop. So
Oh,
every
okay.
night we would be able to park it in there. So
Clean
it
it out
stayed
and-
great.
yeah.
And so
Okay.
once,
It's that we sold that house and didn't have a place to keep it, so I kept it at the lot, and it just went downhill, and so
Yeah.
I tore it down, and now there's a 500-gallon offset on it.
So, on the same trailer.
Yep.
Okay. So let me ask you this: when you were working, you came back from Austin, you were working with your dad,
Right.
And then you built the kitchen inside the shop,
Right.
What was the leap you made from the kitchen to the trailer for her and her dad? Where'd
Well,
that come from?
The deliveries were going really well, for what it was, and I thought, well, and food trucks were kind of starting to take off
yeah,
in
they
Abilene.
were really big back then.
And so I was going to build a food trailer, and instead of them running all over the place delivering, I said, maybe you and your dad, I can cook everything, put it in the holding oven, you and your dad can run around town and try to peddle the barbecue. And,
it didn't happen.
and then we realized real quick that there's more to it.
There's always more to the story,
Right.
Jay.
So-
Always.
It was either you got to go all in.
Yeah.
that wasn't a in the shop whiskey moment, was it? Or was that
It was.
It was. Was it
yeah.
really?
Oh, yeah.
I know those moments.
Yeah. Yeah.
May have
So-
had a few of those.
That's when I had to make a decision to either not do that or do the oil field or food truck.
Yeah.
And so I made a decision and we went
were-
all in and
it was
made
scary.
it work.
But
Yeah, that was another thing. So I was just going to ask you. You made that decision.
Right.
When you made that decision, was your dad? How'd your dad feel about that decision? Was he okay? Was he behind you?
He was very
Very
supportive.
That's awesome. That's my
Yeah.
dad always was me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
he's
he-
always just wanted his kids to be happy.
Be
Yeah.
happy
I think
and-
his brother
and
was
be
a
able
little
to make
sad
it.
because he was running it with him and
Yeah.
then he left.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what my
that
dad.
was-
My dad was very, and I know a lot of parents aren't that way. But my dad was always like, I want you to. I don't care if you're a truck driver or if you're going to collect garbage. Just be the best you can be at it. But I want you to be happy what you're doing.
Yep.
Because you got to do it for the rest of your life, and you got to do what makes you happy. Because if you're happy, then you can stay positive, and it's just a better life.
Make it work. Yep.
Yeah.
And we just really had to sit down and break it down to say, okay, because it's scary. You're
Yeah,
going
it's
from
scary.
benefits to guaranteed income to, here you go, have fun.
How many sandwiches pay the light bill?
Yeah. No, but that's the truth though.
It is.
That's basically the way you look at it.
It is.
How many pounds do I have to sell to do this? And it's
Yep.
So when you made that leap, when you opened up, so you made that leap, you were just doing it, delivering it when you made the leap, or is that when you went to buy the beauty salon, old beauty salon?
No, we ran the food truck and we parked. We drove it all over town.
We drove it
for
all over town, and
about a year, right?
yeah, one spot we really had Kent Beck Motors. He's also a
Yeah.
small. We'd park there, and he helped us get started by buying the first 20 meals for everybody that came because nobody knew who we were.
Yeah.
We were just Jay's another barbecue.
Yeah.
Food trailer shack, and Abilene's really good about supporting.
Yeah.
small
Yeah, they are.
businesses.
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah,
it's
they
a
are.
great community,
Yeah.
and so they've been. And they followed us, and they still follow it. The same people that came 5 years ago are
Yeah.
coming to our lot. And we
Yeah.
did that and parked at the breweries. Those were so much fun. I mean, we had a great time in that trailer. And then we decided, let's find our own lot
Right.
and then start there.
Yeah.
Well, we saw how in Austin,
Yeah.
the food trucks would just park on a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And you
so
had more room.
that's what we
Yeah.
wanted to do. And then so we got into it, and the salon was just kind of storage. And then later we found out, once we had everything in motion, that in Abilene you can't park a food trailer on a lot like that, even if you own it, because they said you're competing with restaurants.
Oh.
Which
Yeah.
aren't you? We're both
Yeah.
selling food.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah,
But
well,
anyway,
that's some of those quirky
it
government
is.
government laws.
And they probably never had anybody
No.
approach them with that question
No.
yet, so they really
That's
didn't
what we
know.
were told.
yeah.
So we bought that lot.
But it was still a great lot. We just drove it back and forth every day.
Yeah.
And then
Well-
once the people kept coming, we decided, Jay built all the picnic tables, built all the,
Remember I told you when I was out there, I said, man, those picnic tables look great.
Yep.
I mean, they're solid. And I mean, they're great. And so you didn't tell me you built them all.
oh yeah,
well,
he
I'm-
built them.
Pretty cheap, you know. I got to do what I can.
He has saved us a lot of money.
Just say frugal.
Frugal.
That's right.
Say business wise. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not, well, I mean, it might be cheap.
And
but,
and honestly, I was going to Lowe's and looking at theirs, and I thought, I don't
and
think
they're
that's gonna
shitty.
work.
Oh, and they're terrible.
And they're small.
Yeah, and you
We
pay
needed
and you
something
Man,
pay.
you paid
Yeah.
$100 or more for
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, at the
Jay
time,
can build one for like
Yeah.
40 and then
when I
sturdy.
built them, lumber wasn't like it was now.
No, no.
And I could build it for what they were selling it for.
Oh yeah, a table now probably back then $1,000. I'm not really, but maybe $1,000. Wood got crazy.
It did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Particle board got absolutely insane.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't. Yeah. We've stayed away from wood for a little while.
Yeah.
Got any fiberglass?
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you made the leap. So how did you you did the beauty salon? You had to transform that. Did you do all that yourself? I guess you did.
Well, the vent hood and stuff.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Right.
Yeah, had to, yeah.
But really, the salon had a lot of plumbing from the little hair wash stations. So
Oh, I didn't think about that.
perfect.
Yeah.
yeah. So it was
Wasn't
pretty
much
empty.
to do, and it was concrete floor
Yeah.
already, and so
You had to
just
saw
paint.
sawing the floor up at all or
No,
anything? Yeah.
we put up a
No.
wall to divide the restroom from the kitchen, so customers wouldn't
Right.
wouldn't have
My
to walk
dad
through
went
the
in there,
kitchen.
painted all the walls, and did all
Your
the,
dad's a regular
Oh, man,
go-getter.
he's-
He is.
He's
He is.
poppy around
Driving
there.
food trucks,
That's right.
working painting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of our they've
Really the only-
our family's been big supporters.
I think the only thing we really had to do was the vent hood and the window
Yeah.
to make that thing work.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a cute place, but all that room outside is just fantastic. So you were talking about the pandemic. So you did that. You opened up. How long have you been open out there in that spot?
March, it was 2 years, 2.5 years.
Yeah. I knew
In
it
the
was-
built since we've
yeah.
been in.
I knew it was relatively and that's new for a restaurant.
It
so
is.
yeah. So you had opened up and then the pandemic came along.
Right.
But the way and we were talking about this earlier, the way your restaurant was structured, even when I was out there, I was noticing it. And I would think it'd be a great place because there's so much room outside.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And so people were still, were you closed at all during the pandemic?
We did a little bit just because we thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
We didn't really know. Nobody knew.
Yeah.
And we took a little time off to kind of see how it was going to play out and come up with a plan. And then we realized that our setup's probably better than anybody's as far as being outdoors, and people needed a place to go and just to get away.
Yeah.
So we thought, let's open back
And
up.
people want to get out.
Yeah, they do.
We're like, we need to do.
Yeah.
People want to get
Yeah.
out, and they feel safe outside.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me on those little bitty New York restaurants, 10 by 10 with the people trying to fill? They're great, but I know right now the way everything's going, it would freak people out.
It would, for sure.
So what was your favorite? What's been your favorite thing that you started since you started in your actually brick and mortar location? What's been your favorite thing about the business?
Of course, the people is the best part, but
it's my favorite.
just being able to do my own thing. If we want to change recipes or do specials, we treat it like our backyard, and it's a big party every day, and we cook what we want to cook and
Yeah.
hope people like it, and
We have music out there
music
and just
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
yeah.
my favorite
you know,
thing is just the fact that we're not tied to any tradition. We just, if we want to do it, we do it. And
Well, your menu's great. You know, I love. First of all, I sat out there in that
Yeah.
little. I thought that playground was really neat. I guess that. What do you call that?
that's a stage, actually.
Yeah. Well, look, I
We're
sat
gonna-
on the stage.
Yeah, you're on the,
sat on the VIP.
Yeah. But no, it was a table and you had the really nice
little
tarp.
I didn't realize the tarp is red, right?
It is.
And the table's red.
Right.
And when I took my pictures,
Everything was red.
and the tray was
Well,
red.
we didn't really think about that till we saw the pictures, and we're like, "Oh, we should have put turquoise up there, the tables." And
So now, but now, since I did that, now that'll never happen to me again. A lot of stuff in this business you learn by experience, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And generally, we carry lights and stuff with us now, and spinners and everything, because what we do. But it was sun was out, and I was like,
Yeah.
And I was looking at things. I was like, I was thinking I could put in the computer manipulate, but I just didn't realize how much red there was.
A lot of
red
red.
was a key factor there in that situation.
We like red though.
Yeah, well, obviously, look at the hat at Jay's Barbecue Shack. So y'all serve. Let's run through your menu a little bit because I had and if you Google Jay's Barbecue Shack or go on social media Jay's Barbecue Shack, you'll see it. But you gave me a lot of sides. But let's go through your menu and talk about all the sides that y'all do. Yeah,
You're the side lady.
that's you, side lady.
we do potato salad. It's all homemade. Jalapeno corn, charro beans, slaw.
Yeah,
We do our own slaw dressing, and we do our most requested side is it was poblano mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Like ever. It's a Hatch chili mac and cheese now. but
mac and cheese.
It's our most requested. People get so when we run out because we sell out of it every day,
Yeah.
and then you have to announce it. Sorry, out of mac and cheese. You can hear everybody. Oh,
Do you ever everybody standing in line? Well, see, mac and cheese in the last 5 years, ever since Food Network started doing a lot of mac and cheese stuff, man, it's just gone through the roof.
Everybody loves it.
Everybody loves
loves
it.
it.
And everybody got a different
And
way
it's
they do
different.
it.
It's good.
And,
That's right.
and now everybody's seen so much mac and cheese. Now, if you put a picture of mac and cheese, it doesn't look good. People start critiquing
Yeah.
the picture.
Yeah.
So it's got to look good, cheesy,
I know
and
so
shiny.
many people.
That's right.
They break down more than any side of ours is the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like it's just it's so good.
So you said what kind of corn did you say?
Jalapeno corn.
Jalapeno corn. I don't think I had it that day. I remember that. That sounds really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
it's
good.
really
Yeah.
good. We do a lot of like elotes. People love them.
Yeah.
Because we do our own barbecue twist of them with
So,
brisket.
so do you roast the corn out on your?
No,
so-
we buy the kernel.
yeah,
okay.
the kernels. We still use kernels.
It'd be a lot of roasting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like the poblanos. We used
Yeah.
to do poblano mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And it got to where we were roasting and peeling hundreds of poblanos.
Oh man.
We just couldn't keep up, so we went to a Hatch chili.
Yeah.
A little easier to work with.
That's always the best way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
you get, especially when you're doing it, and you told me yourself that you get up every day. You do the meat yourself, so you're up at what did you say, 3:00?
I'm up there about 3:30 every morning,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooking and getting ready.
cooking and getting ready.
So you've got to try to cut down and save where you can, but where it doesn't affect the flavor of your food or your menu.
Right.
Yeah.
Time. There's only so much time. If
Yeah.
you gotta use it all.
That's right.
Wisely.
That's right.
Yep.
As in life.
That's it.
As in life.
That's right.
What's your most favorite side is the mac and cheese? That's the one y'all sell the most of?
Yeah, I really love the potato salad. I love the slaw. I'm
Well,
just
yeah.
gonna-
That's a slaw you gave to me, right? That's
Yeah.
that was different. Remember, I
Yeah.
came in and
Yep.
told you.
Yeah.
I said, "Man, that slaw is
I
good."
love
Yeah.
the slaw, and we
Yeah.
put it on so many of our sandwiches, like our Boss Hogs,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the pulled pork, and
Yeah.
our meat sweats. It's got the ends and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
bacon and slaw. I love the slaw.
Slaw. That was the thing that really stuck out because I try all this stuff everywhere I go,
Yeah.
all over the
Yeah.
United States, and slaw lots of times. Depending on where you go, slaw is kind of
Right.
but yours is like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, pow, pow.
A little malt vinegar.
Yeah,
Makes it-
yeah.
that
Don't tell
little-
anybody your secret, man. Quit.
It's not a secret.
Yeah,
It's like barbecue. I can tell you what's in all of it.
Yeah, you just got to be able to do it right.
Gotta be able to do it.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. People try to steal secrets and emulate, and it's just like if you go like Jana will buy stuff and it'll say just like this.
Yeah.
And they'll try. It's never
It's
just
not
like
like
no,
that. No.
never, no.
He used to do little videos. He doesn't much anymore. You should sometimes, but like showed how to like trim ribs, and some people are like, "Why are you telling the secret?" And Jay's like, "It took me this long to figure it
Yeah.
out. Like they're not gonna do it."
I probably watched somebody's video to figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
It took me years after that. So
What is your favorite piece of meat to sell? What is your favorite, I guess, barbecue dish? Your favorite piece of meat that you like the most? Like if you were gonna eat, what would it be?
probably brisket. I mean, that's the obvious, but I enjoy cooking ribs the most. When we used to do cook-offs, ribs was always what I was
Yeah.
more likely to win something in.
Yeah.
And it's a faster cook, and you can do more with it. Brisket, there's not a lot you can do as far as glazes, and
Right.
you don't want to mess with the beef
Yeah.
too much. But ribs, you can go anywhere with it.
Yeah, you can.
There's a million ways to go, and
There
and
is.
We've gone a bunch of them.
So what percentage of people in Abilene take lean versus fatty?
I say the majority are marbled. We call them.
Okay. Yeah,
we-
marbled.
They do.
So, but have you seen that change over the
It
last
has.
decade? Right, it has. Right,
lot.
yeah.
When we started the food trailer, we didn't even offer marbled because
Yeah.
all the places in town, if you got sliced brisket, they only serve lean, so
Yeah.
that's what people were used to.
Yeah.
And so we used the marbled for chopped until we got a name for ourselves, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, that's just for me. That's where all the flavor is.
It is.
Everybody,
Oh, yeah.
But Jenna likes lean.
Right.
Jenna's dad likes lean. A lot of people like the lean
Yeah,
Right.
or
for
prefer
sure.
the lean.
For sure.
Yep.
But for me, I
love, and his isn't real fatty anyways.
No.
Like a lot of people think whenever you say I want marbled,
yeah.
they think you're just gonna get a whole,
Well, we buy smaller briskets, so they don't have that big fat
Yeah.
layer in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's funny because you say marble, but it's depending on where you go. They used to didn't say anything to you when all the Texas barbecue craze started. Now I think people
We ask.
people will complain
Right.
because my wife wanted lean or my husband wanted, and so that they have to ask you, and you have to be able to offer them both.
Right.
But it's now some people say marbled, some people say lean. Some people say fatty. Depending on where you go, it's kind of funny. I guess maybe it's the market.
We've heard a million ways
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
identify it.
Yeah. I even heard one guy say, "You want juicy?"
Yes,
You want-
we have that too.
Yeah.
Wet or
Wet or
dry.
dry.
Yeah. Wet or dry, juicy, dry. Isn't that funny?
Oh, yeah.
How would you classify your meat as dry? I would never let somebody
No.
ask you
No.
want some dry meat.
If it's dry, I need to do some work.
Yeah. You bet. Yeah. That wouldn't be in business very long, would you?
No, that wouldn't be good.
Okay, so your desserts. You asked me about desserts, but I just couldn't. I eat so much when I was there, I couldn't do it. What's your big
Well,
dessert?
we usually do banana pudding, obviously, but like yesterday we do there's a homemade bread pudding.
Right.
It's really good. We've known because you know how we do specials every day,
Right.
so then we mix it up with the desserts, and sometimes we'll do a chocolate sheet cake.
Right.
He smoked cookies and put bacon ends on them.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
I bet those are good.
Smoked chocolate chip cookie with a burn end on the
They're
You
gonna
should have
watch
called
it
me,
and wonder
brother.
what we're doing
I'd have driven out there for that one.
Yeah, that was a
No,
good one.
that sounds good.
It
Yeah.
is.
It
Yep,
actually
little sweet
really
and savory
is.
thing going on.
Don't give the guys in Fort Worth any ideas. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
So what is? Hang on, I can't get over this. Smoked cookie with the bacon with a burn
Right,
end.
right.
And how big what was the burn end? Was it a regular burn end?
That is a little smaller.
Okay.
Cut it down a little bit, and then just when the cookies after it cooks and it's still soft, just smash it in there and let it cool.
And then finish cooking or cool with?
No, just cool with that bacon in
So you
there.
cook them separately and then put them
Right.
together, and then
Yep.
you put okay.
Yep.
Then you merge them.
It's good. I need to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh!
My mouth just watered.
Yeah, it's hell yeah, my mouth's watering.
Yeah.
Savory and sweet,
That's it.
meaty and sweet.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's good.
So, what is if you eat a dessert if you were to eat dessert all the time, what would be your favorite dessert that you eat from Jay's?
Well, now that we've got, I won't lie, it's not mine, but so now we've got a great group of employees, and so
Right.
one of the guys, Carson, does probably all our sides now
Right.
and desserts, and he does a tres leche that is
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
7-layer.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is
it's-
really good. That's honestly probably one of my favorite.
Those
things.
are
and
awesome.
the bread
Yeah, they
pudding.
are.
But you know what? So many people try to do those, and with Tres Leche,
No, and his is I know.
it's
I
there's
agree.
there's two ways Tres
Either
Leche
do it or
goes.
don't.
It's either really delicious or not good at all.
Yeah.
It's just that there's no in between with those.
No.
You
He's got
can't.
it down.
Yeah.
I love that in our bread pudding. Those are
Bread
my
pudding?
favorite.
Yeah.
So okay, so I'm just sitting here talking to y'all, laughing. What is the favorite thing about being together in the barbecue business that you like? What is y'all's most favorite thing that y'all do together?
Probably
He's looking at you.
collaborate a lot of ideas
We
off
do,
each other
yeah.
just to make
Yeah.
it keep growing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of more of the business and he's more of the creative one.
Sure.
And whenever, I didn't jump right away whenever just because our line was so long when we started out a truck, it's like, well, we're new. It's going to be. Don't
Yeah.
jump into a building yet. Like, let's just let this
Yeah.
kind of go. We just kind of even each other out like that. And I love being his guinea pig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is if you look at Texas barbecue, like we talked about earlier, if you look at how many people are in with their families, just like I said, it takes more, and generally it's such a dedication and so many long hours, such hard work, hard ass knuckle busting work, sweat.
Yep.
Literally. I think I'm going to roll down your. How do when you talk to it was 9 degrees. It's not getting 9 degrees in your building in there.
It
Yeah.
can.
It does.
Yeah. And so it's just it's a combined. You got to really want to do it, and you
Oh,
got to
yeah.
like each other. You'll kill each other.
Yeah.
In that aspect of it.
Yep.
And it's a few times that we've got a great group of employees. We're very fortunate
Yeah.
since the beginning, really, the people
Yeah.
that have worked with us. But there's every now and then, of course, we're kind of get a little tense sometimes, and so
Yeah.
one of the guys use words like, "Oh, mom and dad are fighting." It's like, okay.
Listen,
so then we'll just
that's
kinda,
a form of communication. If
Yeah.
you're in a relationship, you're going to argue and you're going to fight.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't, then you're not ever communicating. If nobody ever gets
Right.
mad, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta
Somebody's not being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's just sucking up and
Yeah.
going, with their
Yeah.
hair, and that's not good either.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to talk about things. So y'all also have a great following out there.
We do.
Because I had more than I probably had 5 or 6 different people. Would PM us and say, you need to get to Jay's, you got to Jay's, you got to Jay's.
Yep.
So you have a big following out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
A loyal following.
Very loyal. Yeah.
Yes.
We see the same faces every week.
Isn't that awesome though?
It really is. Yeah.
We had one guy that's been with us since food truck days, and he used to joke. He said, "Man, I've got to start using cash because I was using a card." My wife looked at our statement and said, "You're paying a car payment to Jay's every month." He was like, and I was like,
Technically,
That's okay.
he is. It's ours though.
Yeah.
It's our payment.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
But it's fun that people, it's very humbling that they'll. Sometimes when I look out that window and still see that line, I'm like, "Golly, they're here for."
They're
Yeah,
here,
that's
They're-
the
they're
best
here
thing.
for some meaty deliciousness is what they're there for, or some sweet
it's
deliciousness.
amazing.
That's the
I
favorite
love
part
it.
of my day is about 10 to 11. I peek out there and
See-
hope that there's somebody out there. And they're,
You said you peek out there.
yeah, just to see if.
Yeah, just to keep yourself in check.
That's
Yeah.
right. And then
But you know
when I
what?
see a
As
line-
soon as you start thinking you're better than everybody else, and that's when you're going to have a problem. So
Yeah,
besides the fact
no,
that you do that,
we
no, but
don't.
some people do, and you can't. You
Right.
can't ever.
Yeah.
You gotta, especially nowadays, because there's so many people coming in this business. The last decade, there's been a surge in this Texas barbecue business.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it's funny to me the number of places that have opened up. But the funny thing is they're all good.
They really
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Yep.
I guess
Sure.
because if you open up and it's bad, you're not going to be business very long.
No,
Right,
that's right.
right.
No, it's gonna be a one and done because people aren't going to go back.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So when you first opened up the brick and mortar, what was the hardest thing that y'all had to get past going from the kitchen there to going to the brick and mortar? For you to actually pull the trigger and do it.
Yeah.
What would you? Because you'd already left your dad. You were working in the kitchen,
Right.
and now you're going to make another move. So
Right.
what was the hardest thing for you to decide there?
Really just can we pull it off? Can we afford to shut down and get this thing going and time
Yeah.
frame and
We decided once we bought that lot, we didn't need the commercial kitchen in our last house, and it was just a bigger expense so we sold that house and that lot and downsized.
Yeah.
So we said we don't want to take out all these loans. We just want to put whatever we're making into the business.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Yeah.
want to do. We
Yeah.
paid for that lot. Everything's just kind of.
it's
Let's
all
just
ours.
do it this way, and just pray for the best.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of loyal families and support local, I've got a video I made here during the pandemic. I always like to play every show. Ron, can we roll that video, please? Hi, I'm Trey Chapman, publisher of Treys Chowdown and host of Treys Chowdown Live, a weekly TV show and radio podcast highlighting chefs, restaurants, and deliciousness. The restaurant and service industry is in big trouble due to COVID-19, and they could really use your help. While restaurants and service operations may look normal, they are far from normal. So many restaurants, food trucks, burger spots, barbecue joints, bars, and taverns are literally going broke by the hour and might get worse. So I'm asking everyone to help out the simplest way they can, and that is to please buy and shop local. Whether you're dining in, taking out, or get delivery, you are helping out your local businesses tremendously. Mom and pop owners, chefs, restaurants, and all of our service folks will be so very thankful that you're helping in this difficult time. Oh, and be generous on the gratuity when possible. Thank you so much, and thanks for supporting local. There we go. We're back. Yeah, I had fun making that. I mean, I was just so frustrated with the restaurant. And during the pandemic, when it first started, the restaurants were getting all the crap, all the shit. And
Restaurants and bars, yeah.
It drove me nuts because they're what drive the economy. That's where nice people get their first jobs. That's where waitresses, people going to college. And so I figured I got to do something. It was just driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it really was.
everybody just works so hard in that business. So I want to talk some about your sauces here. We're gonna go through the sauces and rubs. So this is thanks for bringing these in, by the way. This is the Shack Spice, and Ron, you can show this right there on the camera there. We got this. It's the Shack Spice. You see it right there. What is Jay Shack Spice?
It's our blend. It's our brisket seasoning, but it's great on turkey.
I bet it smells good.
That was a long time coming.
Woo, it smells good.
It's salt and pepper based, but it's got a little chili powder, a little cayenne, a little garlic to kind of give some different notes to our.
I'm gonna put that on some eggs too. It smells good.
Well, we have somebody that puts it on their spaghetti.
Do you?
She buys it every time. She's like,
that's awesome.
"It's so good on our spaghetti."
But isn't that great though? When you do stuff like this, people use it different ways, and you'll be like, "I never thought of." And then, of course, it's delicious that way. Of course,
if it is, they'll let you know because they're proud that they came up with something.
Yeah, that's right. Now this is the one. This is the mustard Q, which is very. This is very popular in other states. South Carolina
based, yes.
Yeah, and I like the mustard base more than I like the white barbecue sauce.
I do
but
too.
you sell a lot of this?
We do. Yep. We make it. We bottle it every week because it
fresh
sells out. Yeah,
that's great.
Yep.
So that's awesome that you sell it fresh, bottle every week fresh. That's just fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't ever sit on the shelf hardly ever longer than a week.
No, and you know what's funny is a guy, and people don't think about this, but a guy who's a big barbecue guy here was going to start selling the sauces, nationwide, through this company. And they had to go to this place, and then they would send him samples back. You have to put this in there, you got to put that in there, you got this preserve, that preserve. And he could never get the flavor right. He's like, man, I can't do it. Right. I just can't do it because the flavor's not going to be the same. Yep. So he didn't do it. He lost a lot of money by not doing it, but he didn't realize that all the stuff that had to be in there for it to be shipped to be legal. Shelf labeled and everything. Yeah. So the way you're doing it, making it fresh, is awesome.
Yep.
So is this the one? This is the spicy Q. Is this popular too?
Very popular.
That one's probably our most popular.
Is it really?
It is, yeah.
So when you say spicy Q, is it really spicy?
It's got a pretty good kick. It's from cayenne black pepper, but it's peppery.
Is it peppery?
It is.
That's good.
It's good.
But it's your most popular one?
Yeah. Aside from the regular, but
yeah.
Yep.
So, how did you make the flavors for these? How did your creativity come up to make these? It was trial and error. Did you ask people? Or did you do it yourself?
Well, that particular one, we'd been to Stanley's in Tyler. I love that place.
Yeah.
And I picked up a bottle of his spicy because I thought that'd be something we should do as a spicy sauce. And he gave me the idea. His flavors weren't our flavors, but that I saw what his ingredients were and kind of tailored it to our liking, and there it is. It's good.
You know what's funny is that I has Tim Lovin here, for a show, and it was funny because he made a very profound statement, which I'd thought of but never said it. He said that there's really, in the culinary world, there's not any real new creative ideas. People take ideas and ingredients and stuff from other people and tailor them or change them up or get the idea they see on TV or something. So you have to just, you got to do the best you can. And just like you said about the barbecue sauce, it's the truth. You go there, but it may not be your liking, but it's a good base. You think, I can do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, you got to start somewhere. So it's great. The creativity went off in your mind and said, I can do this, but I'm going to do it my way.
Right.
You're going to make it yours.
Yep. His is savory, ours is sweet, but they're both spicy.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? I guess it depends on the person, right? Everybody's flavor profiles are different.
We make a ghost pepper sauce every now and then, and some people will say that's spicier than the ghost pepper, and there's no way.
No.
But everybody's taste is different. So,
everybody's tolerance for heat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sure.
Right? Because someone will say, "Oh, that's spicy." That ain't spicy. And I'll take, "Oh, man, that's spicy."
That's right.
But then I'll tell somebody it's spicy, and it won't be spicy. So it's just how they. Because if you eat a lot of hot stuff, lots of times you can't gauge. If you're a big pepper eater, you can't gauge what's hot, because what may not be hot to you is going to kill somebody else, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right, this is the original backyard sauce. Now, when you say backyard sauce, is this the one you're making in the backyard?
It's pretty close. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wait, what is it you told me that your neighbor said, I don't know what you're cooking, but I'll eat it? I know that's where the slogan came from, but that's really where that came from.
That is, yeah. He's a neighbor, and we've been having backyard parties for 20 years. And,
we used to entertain a lot. And so
lots of guinea pigs.
Lots of guinea pigs.
Hey, that's the best way, though, right?
It is.
They're going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Free food. They're not going to be too honest.
Wait until about the third glass of whiskey. Jay, you the bomb, baby.
That's right.
So the original backyard. So people can buy all these at your shack.
Yep.
Now you don't ship these.
No,
you
ship.
Okay.
We've tried it, and we're not there yet.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
We've had broken bottles or them being lost. you know, it just hasn't.
Frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
We wish we could. Never know.
Yeah.
Eventually, but
So, do y'all both like to? What's your favorite sauce?
mustard cube.
Yours?
I love that mustard cube,
yeah,
especially with
yeah.
sausage
That's
I like
probably
or
mine too.
pork.
Yep.
I love it.
Do you do hot dogs out there?
Sausage dogs.
Sausage dogs?
Occasionally,
Okay.
it'd be a special.
Okay.
We do it about once every couple of weeks.
Okay. And is it you go on a regular hot dog bun? Is it a big? I'm sure it's a big fat sausage.
Right, and it's a Italian roll that's like
Okay.
a hot dog bun, and then
Okay, so it's bigger.
then we'll mix it up. Sometimes we'll bacon wrap the sausage and put mac and cheese and sauce on top, or we'll do a
Okay, you need to stop because that's just that ain't right.
or we'll do a chili dog. Or,
So y'all change y'all, and I noticed on your menu when I was out there, we talked about this before. You change up your menu. You add and stuff specials every week.
Every day.
Every day.
Right.
Pretty much.
Okay.
We
Every
have the
day's-
same menu. We have a daily menu.
Yeah, but then you add all your.
Then we add a special pretty much.
So
every day.
what? So how do you decide on a daily basis what you're going to do, or is it just that's what I'm going to do?
well, it's it's not always easy because we've done so many different things.
Right.
But I lean towards Tex-Mex a lot. You know, I love tacos, and
Oh, yeah.
and so does Abilene. I mean,
Yeah,
we can
big time.
We
They
can shove
do.
pretty much anything in a giant tortilla rolled up and deep fried, and
They love the chimneys. We've done them sometimes where they're wrapped around before we open to like where the restroom area is. Like it's like wrapped waiting for a chimney.
yeah, if we do a
That's
good
awesome.
chimichanga, we might. I mean, there's times we've sold over 100 of them, and
Yeah.
When we would do taco
In like 30
specials, when we would
minutes.
do taco specials in Abilene, our Dairy Queens, and we used to own the Dairy Queens there.
Yeah.
When we do tacos,
yep,
fried steak finger baskets, or hamburgers, belt
Yep.
buns, those things just, I mean, you couldn't
fried food and Mexican
wrap
food.
around the tray. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I know how the Abilene market. It's funny how different markets are different ways. Like that wouldn't. There's certain markets that wouldn't play in, but
Yep.
anything in West Texas, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Allsup's, the fried
That's
burrito.
right. That's
Those things
right.
are good.
Hey, oh, they're delicious. They're delicious.
They are.
It's funny because anytime I post anything, I post funny stuff too on my site. 'Cause I like to have a big array of recipes, food, and I like to entertain people. And because some people are going to come on there for recipes, some are going to come on there for barbecue, sushi, whatever.
Right.
But everybody likes to laugh, and every once in a while I post about Allsup's, and invariably like every third or fourth comment will be like, "What's Allsup's, man? If you don't know what Allsup's is, you're not from Texas."
That's right.
right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right.
Because you can't be from Texas and not know what Allsup's
No,
is.
right.
heck no.
They advertise it on the radio here on the ranch.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Special stuff. They've come. At one time, Lonnie Alsop was a really good friend of my uncle's. They did cutting horse stuff together.
Yeah.
They were big friends. They're both passed now. But at one time, Lonnie Alsop was the biggest C-store operator in Texas for a long time.
wow.
Yeah. He had 700 or 800 locations. This is a lot of locations.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. And their fried burritos. They had chimichanga. One of those, both those two were some of their best selling in the whole store of all
Oh,
those
yeah.
locations.
Yeah, I bet.
Even in New Mexico, yeah.
Great late night food.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Now you get those spicy tacos. Have you seen those little mini spicy tacos at Jack in the Box?
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
little,
Yeah.
So good.
I can eat a
we
bunch
don't have
of.
one anymore, Jack in the
No.
Box.
Is it gone?
It's gone, yeah.
Are you serious?
Guess it didn't make it.
Hey, it was
We haven't
there.
had it in a
How long
while.
was it there?
Actually, wasn't.
Maybe a year.
It wasn't really there that long.
That's crazy because that's the kind of food they like out there.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if it's the location or.
Yeah, it was kind of in a newer part of town that at the time was still building. So I don't know if it was just kind of hard to get over there. But
Man.
we don't have
Well,
one anymore.
when you go ground up on a building like that, it's going to be 1.8 to 3 million. So they had some serious money involved in that deal.
They did. Yeah.
So what do y'all have? You said your anniversary's coming up. Is your
January.
January. That's not very long.
Oh,
That's
the business.
Yes.
anniversary. That's October.
Yep.
October.
So yeah,
That's gonna be a party.
We hadn't posted it yet, but we're about to. October 30th.
It's coming up real
It's coming
quick.
up
Real quick.
this month.
Oh.
And he's got
We got a band. We've actually got a local DJ that wants to announce names over the mic. We're gonna pull out a cutting board before we open and have like finger foods giveaway and have some
That's awesome.
Pitmaster trash can punch stuff. and
Master trash can punch.
and a couple of kegs of beer, and it'll be a party.
Yeah, will be. So you're gonna have a band on the stage there that you built that I ate on.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. We sure are.
That's right.
So that's
So we'll put them on.
is it-
And we have yard games. Like we've got the
is that a Saturday?
It is.
Okay.
October 30th.
Actually, that's a good time of year because if you did it in July, people be dying out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's a
No,
good time.
Should be perfect weather.
So it's so funny. I said anniversary. You immediately thought about y'all's
totally
anniversary.
did. I
You still
really
love
did.
him. Isn't that funny? That's funny.
Oh yes,
20-something years, and the first thing you think of is your wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
did.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. I'm terrible with dates. I can't remember crap. I have to have everything in my phone or my calendar, or Jan has to tell me, or I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I'm terrible, and I have to do a lot of stuff. It's just like, that's just funny you did that. But that's admirable, right?
It is.
So you're gonna have a band. That's gonna be. Is that a Saturday?
It is. Yep. Saturday, October 30th.
Is it all day long?
It'll be from 11 till we run out of food.
11 till you're out of
before
food.
that, if you're going to open.
Well, yeah, we'll start
probably
about 10 with the.
Okay.
I'll do brisket burn-ins or something that usually don't do, and it'll be a chance for people to visit. Check out the smokers, see kind of behind the scenes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you cook on? What do you cook on your if you use your offset smokers every day? When do you use all the other smokers that you have sitting out there? Is it just various times?
Well, I've got 2 500-gallon offsets and a 1,000-gallon, and
Okay.
sometimes I can pull it off just running the 2 500s. If there's catering or just a weekend, I usually run the big one and a little one, but the little one's not that little.
And the Santa Maria, when do what do you use that for?
Specials, fajitas. We grill hot sauce on it for specials.
Is that something that you pull out, people can see you doing, or do you do it before everybody gets there?
No, we do it before everybody gets there. Yeah.
So
Usually by the time we open, everything's inside, ready to go.
Yeah. So you can start slinging it.
That's it.
That's
Because
right.
if you can't stop.
They're waiting long
Not from
enough.
what I saw when I was there.
No.
I told Jana, I was like, hey, Jana, we just got there. I said, we got here at the right time. That's because the people were already at the tables. They're all tables pretty much. This was 11 o'clock now, mind you.
Yeah.
We were early.
Right.
I thought we were early.
Yep.
The tables were all, people were at the tables. And then so we got up there and there was only one person, two people in front of us. And then we got our food, and boy, here they came, man. There was a line all the way around, all the way back around to where we were sitting.
Yeah.
And that was actually one of our slower days. You came forward. It's pretty busy. I usually tell people that 10:45, you're pretty safe. If you don't want to wait too long, because there are people that it's like, oh, that line's so long. But once you order, I mean, we got your food
also
out so
too, there's people
quick.
on time constraints.
Right.
There's
Absolutely.
people
And
that
I
have
totally
to come for
understand
lunch,
that.
and they have to plan. You have to plan accordingly.
That's right.
That's why you got. That's why you can't be. That's why you can't slow down the slinging. If you do, you're in
right.
trouble.
That's right.
Yeah. If you it's like if someone's at the expo and they have their tickets start backing up in the back of the house in the kitchen area, man, one wrong ticket, man, gets it. And somehow I don't know how, but somehow it just starts stacking up, and before you know it, the kitchen's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes behind. It's terrible.
Yep. Yep.
So it's just one of those things, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's anything after that's because that's coming up in, I guess that's 2 Saturdays from now.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
so.
Pretty quick. Yep.
And where y'all going for your anniversary in January? Since you said anniversary,
I don't even know.
Yeah. One day at a
Kinda
time.
last
one
minute.
day at a time. You better come up with
minute.
something good.
I
I
know.
know. Yeah.
Well, we usually do, and then whenever the pandemic hit, it was kind of, traveling was a little bit more difficult. But
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
we'd like to go up to honestly Fredericksburg a lot,
Yeah.
and stay up there a lot in January. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
We traveled a lot during. I knew a lot of the barbecue places were open during the pandemic, so we drove all over the state.
I
During the
love that.
pandemic because it was. I mean, they were going to be there outside. They needed to survive. They had to survive and pay bills, right? So
That's right.
it was great. We went to Austin 3 times during the pandemic.
Yeah.
New Orleans. I mean, we went to a lot of places where there's good food.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, I had some of the best burn-ins I ever had. It was pork peach glazed.
Ooh, that sounds
From
good.
Interstellar Barbecue in Austin.
I've heard that place.
Oh
Looks
man!
Good.
Oh, it was.
That sounds so
It was
good.
one of those things. You just take a bite, and the cook was perfect.
Yeah.
The sauce he used fresh peaches. I mean, it was off the
sounds
chain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Belly might have just.
that was me.
Talking about those burn-ins.
Yeah, you can't go
Your
wrong,
stomach
can
didn't
you?
forget.
And let's put the cookies on top of it.
Yeah.
When are you going to do those again?
I'm gonna have to do it now. Yeah. That one's coming soon for
Yeah,
sure.
well, just don't forget me when you do that. Yeah, okay.
I'll send you a really good picture.
No, tell me you're going to do it. If I can make it out there, I will. Are you do it when you do it on the weekends or during the week or when you do it?
Whenever I want to, I guess.
Yeah. I guess you can. It's your restaurant.
I'll make you good hamburger.
Yeah. Social
yeah.
media handles. What is it? It's just Jay's Barbecue Shack on everything?
I think pretty much Jay's BBQ Shack.
Jay's BBQ Shack. Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny
That's
how some
on
people.
Insta and Facebook and
Everything. Are you on Twitter too?
we are. We haven't been as active on
Yeah.
it, but we're gonna.
Okay.
I'm not really good.
That's all right.
at that.
That's
Got
all
to
right.
figure it out.
Just
Yeah.
follow them, Jay's Barbecue Shack, on all their social media handles. If not, they can just Google you. Google them.
And we have a website.
And you got a website, jaysbarbecueshack.com?
Yep.
That's right.
How easy is that?
That's right.
It could be jaysdeliciousbarbecueshack.com
It could.
or Jay and Diana's Barbecue Shack. Oh, okay, guys, we're going to be here next week. Thanks, y'all, for watching. Same time, same bat channel. You can go see the thing, see the video and free at the Country Network's website if it's not in your area. And you can look at it, and it's absolutely wonderful. Thank y'all for coming. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Great having y'all here. Thanks so much for coming to Fort Worth. Enjoy the weekend. You're going to go see Dane, maybe.
Yep.
Go see
Yep.
some barbecue
Panther City,
people.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah, Panther City, yeah.
Yeah.
See those guys.
Yeah.
Please do. Have fun and take in some of the sites. If you're trying to get a hold of us, TreysChowdown.com. Go there for everything. We'll be at the Food Championships this weekend. And we're going to be in McKinney, Sherman, and Mississippi. See y'all next week. Same time, Tame Bat Channel. Thank you too very much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.